Welcome to our first edition of A to Z Fence Supplies Contractor Series. In these series we'll be displaying our products that we sell. Sometimes we're going to do comparison of products and show you what we use, what we recommend using, and why we recommend using it. Today we're going to start off with what we call high density stiffeners or donuts. A lot of people call them donuts. We actually called them donuts years ago already. We have 3 different brands of adjustable ones, but these are the slide ones. These are ones that work with like a gear mechanism where you can move them one way or the other. And then we have the square ones, modern fence technologies. But that's what we're going to go through today, is what we use, why we do it. None of these systems are wrong, but we feel one of these systems works better than the rest of them, and they're more efficient, more profitable, and just plain easier to use. So we're going to start off with these red ones here. And if anybody tells you that the color of your stiffeners matters, they're just trying to sell their product, okay? It can be red, it can be green, it can be purple. Nobody cares. You got to take these, when you put these on, bring you some screws. I'm going to bring some screws over here, and you need to have a level. In order to keep your sleeve level, you got to keep these level. You got to put them on. If you're setting your post to be on center, this to be on center of your line, so it's your 5x5 or 4x4. We're using 5x5s on these. Meet a certain spot, these have to be centered. The idea of these are that if you get off, you can move it that way and move that post to level. It's a good idea, really good idea. But if you're pounding posts, and people always have the impression that pounding posts is so hard. What do you do if you hit a rock? What do you do if you hit a root? We go through them. We have a case of these on our trucks that we use on extreme conditions. You know how often we use them? Not very often. A case of them may last us all year, because when you learn to pound the post right, you won't have to worry about all of this kind of stuff. These are really good for if you're pounding up near a house and you have a footing there, you can't get that post all the way in, slide it out and move that post over. Now, so when you're setting these, you want one on the top and one on the bottom. You want to make sure they're centered. Put a screw in it. Now I put the next one on. This is where I need my level. So this way should be level. Now we got to level this way. Gotta tap it till she gets the level, and then I can put a screw in it. Now, they move pretty easily. That's just the first one. Now, if I'm gonna do this whole line, I need all of these to be the same. So I probably gotta come down here, set my setup the same way, and then string a line across it to make sure I bump all of these so they're the same. It's not hard to do, but it takes a little bit of time. Again, not the wrong way to do it. These here, same exact concept. Then you have the adjustable ones that we say we use in a rare occasion. You got the same concept where you put this in. Now what a lot of guys do and what you can do is you can set that bottom donut on any of these styles to hold your rail. So that if this is where I want my rail to sit, I would cut my rail to fit inside of there. My rail will sit right on there. So we're gonna pretend that we got a wall here or something, and I want to get these all the way out. These gears in there, I love that gear situation. It fits right in there. Once you have your posts set to where you need them, you can just put them on at will with little to no problem. Top one on. The top one, again, you might want to put the bottom one under your rail and the top one over your rail. You'll prevent that post from going up or down. Again, now I just lock it in. Look at that, perfectly level. Easy for me to adjust this. If my post is out of level, go 1 notch, 2 notch, 3 notch, whatever it is. I really like this set in those rare occasions. Now, what do we use most of the time? We've been pounding for almost 28 years. We started off pounding chain link immediately 28 years ago. We've grown into pounding the rest of it. We pound everything we do, just about. Very few things do we set in concrete and drill holes. These donuts here are from Modern Fence Technologies. I believe they were built in 1985. We've been using them since that time on vinyl. All right, these are pretty simple, pretty fast to put on. You're trusting your pounders that they pound these in straight. Our guy's been doing a great job with it. You look at the sight lines of our fences and they're nice and straight. I can quickly put this on, boom, slide it down. All you do is take a screw gun, okay, tighten it down, nice and tight. Tighten it down nice and tight. Now let's check this one level. Look at that, nice and level. Tell me which took longer to do, putting these on, and that's just one post. Remember, I can do every single post like this. I don't need a string line, okay? These here, in order to make these right, you better be putting up a string line, or you better be the luckiest person in the world. It takes more time to do these, I don't care what anybody says. We've been using these since 1985. Rarely do we need to use something like this, but it does have its place. So again, I'm not gonna tell you any of these are wrong. One is just more effective, more proficient, more profitable, easier to use. So now, let's take it a step further. You wanna hang a gate on these? What are you doing to hang your hinges on? Sure, you could screw into plastic, I suppose. Make sure that's all lined up. Do I think that's the best idea? Nope, I don't. We get this. You can bend it here for a 4-inch post and here for a 5-inch post. And you just put this on here just like so. And you twist these with the pliers. You can go there, there if you want to do 2 sides of it. Now when you're putting your hinge in there, you're going through vinyl and you're going through steel. More sturdy, better for your gate. Not going to rip to the vinyl at all. You can go all 3 sides of these. When we do it, we usually do the top one. We go down with it. And like I say, you just take these with the pliers. If I can get on there good. And you just turn them like so. And then on the bottom ones, I just take my pliers and I just bend that up. On the bottom ones, we go up with it. Now you have something more stable to put your hinges on. I love this way. Again, I don't recommend screwing in your hinges into these. The other thing I don't recommend is guys out there shooting these in with those 22-shot masonry guns. When I first saw them do that, I thought, hey, that's a great idea. That's nice and fast, whatnot. Then we started looking at it, thinking about 2 reasons why I don't recommend it. Number one, you're shooting into a round post. Yes, if you shoot that thing in square, you're gonna be fine. As soon as a guy's smoking a cigarette or doing whatever, he's messing around, trying to keep this square, and he hits it in there first, and he glances that off on an angle, that's a safety hazard. Number 2, you want to speak to your manufacturer and see if they will warranty this product if you shoot that in there. Putting that impact pressure in there makes this weaker. I can tell you in Wisconsin and Minnesota that with the weather temperature changes, that's going to create a problem there. I've spoke to one of these manufacturers that's here, I'm not going to say which one. He told me they absolutely would not warranty with that process. So check with your manufacturer. Kind of run back down it with you. I don't think any of these processes are wrong, okay? I believe the processes with the adjustable one has a place. I don't believe that place is on every single post you have. I think you're gonna find it's a rare occasion when you learn to pound correctly that you need something like this. And I don't care if you go with something like this or something like this. I like this. It's a little more sturdy to me, and it's a little more with the incremental. You know exactly where you're going with it every time. I really like that. We carry a case of these on our trucks, and we use them in those odd situations. Price-wise, guys, look them up. Look up what you're paying for these. You're gonna find that one of these is more economical than the others, and that one is more diversible. That one you can add the metal on it to put your gates on, and it's simple. I can teach anybody to do it this way. So that's all we got here today on High Density Stiffeners Donuts. Always feel free to give me a call. My phone number, 414-235-0173. If you want to discuss some of these things, you have some questions from one of these things, or you want to purchase some of this stuff. We carry all this stuff here on our website at a2zfencesupplies.com. Check out our Facebook page. If you like this content, give it a like, give it a share, and share it with some of your buddies. We'll see you next time when we add on to our contractor series, teaching you our knowledge that we have and hoping we can help you out in the future. Thank you.